Alright YouTube, coming at you with another video. We're going to use the SC Pro app. We're going to go through the calendar of upcoming shoes, the release calendar, and talk about some of the ones I like, the reasons why, some of the ones I maybe don't like, and the reasons why. You get a preview of that, as well as at the end I'll show you a preview of the released, actually announced shoe today, the Nike Adapt BB, which basically the basketball Adapt auto lacing shoe. Came out for pre-order today, will be released on February 17th. Here's a couple quick pictures of that towards the end of the video. Hope you enjoy it. Here we go. All right, everyone, here we are using the SC Pro app, available on Apple and Android app stores. Just a great app for showing you release date calendars. You can actually click on the shoe. It'll have a buy logo. So if it's still available on Nike or something like that, it can pop you right to the link. Just a really nice app, a great calendar. So here we go. This is right into it. These just came out last week. They are the Nike Air VaporMax. These are saying 2019. Basically, it's a third iteration of the VaporMax. This is the woman's color with the gold. I really think this one pops. Shame it's not a men's size, but very, very nice to me. Here is the men's. Impossible Air is what they're calling, not just the colorway. I think they're just calling, that's what they're calling the shoe. Don't like the black outlining of them for me. If you've ever tried a VaporMax or you've never tried a VaporMax, I highly recommend giving it a whirl, giving it a try. It is different. It's not like Boost. It's not even like Nike Air. It's just sort of its own entity. Almost feels like you're wearing cleats to me. But, you know, a very nice shoe. It is comfortable. I don't wear socks with them when I wear them. I only have the first iteration of them. I didn't get last year's. And this year, you know, maybe, depending on the colorway. Here, speaking of colorway, here's another one. Sort of has that greenish air unit, white on the top. Yeah, another nice one, $190 on those. Here are two Air Max 95s. They came out last week. Just a little, calling this one black and blue, just a little too much going on. But the Nike Air Max 95s are a very comfortable silhouette. I do have a few of them. Very, very nice shoe, very comfortable, durable. But these, a little too much going on here. Here's another VaporMax coming with the pink and that green. You know, not bad. I'm not feeling the top. Just not feeling it. Here we go. These are the Butters. Now here it has the 11th. Of course, the 11th has passed. So a re-release is definitely probably going to happen in this month of January. If you didn't pick them up over the summer, a nice shoe. To me, more of a summer shoe, wear it with some white jean shorts or something like that. But, you know, monochromatic, it's a cool shoe. Cool shoe, not the best. I would prefer the Sesame over these, but still not bad. Here's another one. This shoe came out this past weekend, the Air Jordan 4. This is the women's. They call it Hot Punch. Not feeling that. Here's a Jordan 6. Not really feeling that one. Air Monarchs, the good old dad shoes. How about some Converse? They actually sold out on the sneakers app. And it takes us here to the Air Jordan 1 Equality. Yeah, not bad. I mean, I am not a huge Jordan 1 fan. The only one I have is the Sports Illustrated ones that just were out this past year. It's just so much hit or miss with the shoe quality of the leather and everything like that to me. But yeah, this is the Air Jordan 4 Equality, $120 on those. Coming down, more Monarchs. This shoe comes out this coming Saturday. This is the Air Jordan. They're calling it the 30th Anniversary Edition. Basically, lasered in are Jordan things that are important in the career, and it is a shoe celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Air Jordan 4. Really love the gum bottom. I love the white Jumpman on the tongue. Really pops it out. Really nice shoe. Comes out this Saturday. $190 is your price. Or was it $200? We'll have to go back here and we'll see. But yeah, really, it's a nice shoe. And man, that gum, I'm a sucker for the gum. $200 on that. There you see a bunch of the Fear of Gods. Below that, you have some Nike Blazers, all on the horizon. $119. There's some KDs, some Kyries. Here's another Jordan 1, slated for the 24th of January on that, calling it the neutral gray. Really not feeling that shoe. But this is one I am feeling. This is the Air Jordan 5 Laney, slated for January 26th. Grade school is what is pictured here, but what really pops on this shoe, and it's different than a Jordan 5, is the chenille Jumpman on the tongue. Really, really fire. Makes me really like this shoe. I like the Jordan with the 23 stitched on the side as well. You hope you get a decent nubuck on it, but I mean that chenille tongue is really a cop for me. That's a shoe I think I'm gonna pick up. I think it might be the first time ever a tongue like that on a Jordan 5. And we haven't seen Jordan 5s in a little while, so it's nice to see them. I see a couple other ones. Here's the Nike React Element 87. I've yet to get a pair of these. Just haven't been able to cop it on the sneakers app or any website that has them. This is nice. I like the black midsole on it. It does come with the cork insole on them. Not really feeling the colorway. Everything I've heard about the shoe, it is a very comfortable shoe. So, not sure I'd pick this up, though, with the colorway, but I like the black midsole. There you see another lighter colorway on them as well. Coming down here, we get into February and we hit the Black History Month. This is the Black History Air Jordan 2. Almost looks like some kind of design throughout, into the black on black. Has the blue, has that red on the sole. The back, I don't know what it is. It just reminds me of like 1992, 93. Looking at the back of it, I don't know what it is. Tribe Called Quest, just things that pop into my head when I see this shoe. I've never had a Jordan 2, low or high. Never really wanted one either. I've heard they're comfortable, but not for me. February 2nd, these are the Air Jordan 1. They're calling them Blue Chill. People were thinking they were going to be the North Carolinas. Complete patent leather, I believe. Might be the leather on the one side panel, but just not feeling these. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of a complete patent leather. There you see a new LeBron. Here is a Jordan 12 Chinese New Year, slated for February 6th. Apparently with this one, like a wings where you would rub it off to display the wing, apparently you remove this material somehow, and underneath the material of the panels is the inside lining design of this shoe, which I'm not a fan of. I don't know about you guys. I'm completely played out of Jordan 12s. I wish they would lock it in the vault for a couple years and go away from it. I'm just seeing there's too much 12s all over the place. 12 this, 12 that. It's not that great of, to me. I've just seen too many of them. But these are the Chinese New Year's for this year. Definitely a non-cop for me. $190 on these, but not interested one bit. Here we have an Air Max 1990 Off-White. Very simplistic. Wish it had the Nike Air or something on the back, but they are a comfortable shoe. Available in black, also available in an ore colorway. And here we have the Air Jordan Retro 9. University Blue, Midnight Navy. So my whole deal with what I like about these is the blue eyelets and the white laces just sort of pop to me. But the problem is I'm not a fan of the patent leather on that bottom midsole section. And the leather quality on the top upper has always been an issue with Jordan 9s. It's a cheap, stiff leather on majority of them. So really just not feeling this. Reminds me, always when I see it, reminds me of his baseball career. Of course, he wore some cleats. This would not be a cop for me. But for you, possibly, February 9th, 190 currently right now on these. And moving on, will take us to the shoe of the year so far, the Air Jordan Retro 6 Infrared. It came out in 2015, I believe, but it was really a pink infrared. It might have been 2014. These look like a more true infrared. They will have the 3M, as you will see in a picture here in a minute, which really makes the shoe. It is a classic, and what makes this even more of a classic, we will have Nike Air. There you see the 3M. We will have Nike Air branding, as you can see on the lace lock and on the back. Nike Air, OG styling. All-Star Weekend, February 16th on these, and yeah, this is a twofer on this one. One to wear and one to store. Beautiful shoe, $200 on it as well, so it doesn't quite have that $220 price point, $225 price point, which is nice. And that rounds out February. Moving into March, unknown an exact date, but this is the Air Jordan 6 Premium. Looks like a horsehair. Side panels look like an alligator type of skin. Really not feeling this one. You'll see in a couple pictures it does have a Nike Air branding on the back. But the colorway, the materials, not for me. Unknown price point, but we all know when they hit that premium, you're looking at probably $400. Which would be, this puppy might end up in the outlets. Just not a fan of this at all. And moving to the next one, we have another Jordan 4s. This probably will be a pretty big year for the Air Jordan 4. This one, white, black, and light crimson. Not feeling it. This is not a cop for me. Nice shoe. Here we have the Air Jordan 1. This is the Travis Scott's, slated for a April release sometime. Unknown price on it. And here comes a really cool shoe. This is the Air Jordan 4 NRG Do the Right Thing. This, of course, inspired by the Sal's Pizza joint from the movie. The white with the green and the red hints, it just pops to me. This is a beautiful shoe. Probably will be a nice leather. Jumpman on the back in red. Really, really nice. This is the white version. Coming up next is the black version. I'm not feeling that quite as much with the black nubuck and the green. It just sort of seems a little bit more muted to me. White one would definitely be my favorite. There you see Sal's and good old Spike Lee and Do the Right Thing. Not sure how hard these shoes will be, but showing a $190 price point on them. I would gather they will not be a general release, but that would just be my idea. Here's another one. Pictured is the OG Cardinal, but this will be a 3M version of the Cardinal. So unknown if we're going to have the side panels 3M, if the highlights are 3M or what. The whole shoe might be 3M, but it is a 3M version of the Air Jordan Retro 7 Cardinal. Again, slated sometime in April, unknown price point. I would gather it'll be a little bit more. Might hit the 200 range, maybe a little bit more with the 3M, but more to come. And we have an Air Jordan Retro 1. This is a crimson tint. Yeah, not really feeling that, but 160 on that one. Starting off in May, the Air Jordan Low 11. This is an orange trance. And I'd have to be in a trance if I buy these. Just never really felt great on the lows. A few years ago, of course, the big shoe was the Air Jordan 14 Ferraris. This is a reverse Ferrari. So instead of the red with the beautiful sort of Ferrari-inspired logo, we have what looks to be like a mustard color. So not sure about that. Definitely not feeling this, but it'd be a nice shoe if the materials are just as good. as the red Ferraris, which were incredible materials used on that. Yeah, the suede on that, just buttery soft shoe. And here's another one. This is another one right with the Jordan 6 infrared. We have the Air Jordan 4 Bread. All intents and purposes, and remember, it will have Nike Air branding on it. People have been waiting for this shoe for quite a while. May 11th, $200. Nike Air branding, the Bread 4 finally. Also in May, we will have, for the second year in a row, a cap and gown. This year, it will be the Air Jordan Retro 13 silhouette. So pictured here is really basically the Black Cat 13s, which came out about 2 years or so ago. It will not be this. It will be something different. Who knows what. But we will have a cap and gown May 18th on this one, slated at $200. Yeah, I'm trying to feel bad. I love the 13 model. It's probably one of my favorites, but I mean, I don't know what you're going to do better than the Black Cat version of it. Moving down here, we look at July on some future shoes. This is a Woman 8, white aqua. And pictured here is an older version of the shoe. I'm not an 8 fan. Always loved the tongue. That chenille tongue just makes the shoe. But I don't think I've ever been a fan of the straps. I've always felt it as a big, heavier, clunkier Jordan. A hotter shoe, just not for me. Shouts out to Jumpman Bosick. He's a huge Jordan 8 fan. If you don't follow him, I highly recommend it. He does live streams in here and there, but Basement of the Jays, an encyclopedia on Air Jordans, and his favorite silhouette, one of his at least, is of course the Jordan 8. He loves to leave the flaps open so they sort of clang, and different style about that. But anyway, this is a women's exclusive white aqua. As of right now, slated for July 12th on these. Moving on, how about an Air Jordan 10 Desert Camo? This is just a rendering. This is not necessarily what it will look like. A very simplistic shoe, but nice. It was always a comfortable shoe. Not sure I'd go for something like this colorway though, but slated for July. Here's another Air Jordan 4. This is the cool gray. Again, this is a picture of a previous version of it. I think 2012 possibly. $190 on this. And slated for an August 3rd release. To me, just a little too plain Jane. And coming up next, another Air Jordan 10. This is again a mock-up woodland camo on that one. And finally, the Air Jordan 12, again, Game Royal. I mean, give it a break on the 12s. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'm just not a huge fan of the 12s, but I had enough of them. But we're going to get one more. September 28th is the time frame they have on these at a $190 price point. If they didn't have so many of them, I would think this colorway might not be that bad, but just so many of them. So many 12s. That'll pretty much round out the shoe. Again, SC Pro is the app. Great app. Moving on, this is the shoe which came out for pre-order today. The Adapt BB, which is basically their basketball shoe for the Adapt. As you can see, 2 lights, which are actual buttons of the shoe, which again tighten and loosen. The shoe will be $350, which is a much better price point than the previous Adapt, made for basketball. Charging will be on a charging mat, so it is basically wireless charging. And they can go supposedly up to 3 weeks on a single charge, which is nice. They will work with an app. The app is not available yet, But the app, you will be able to tighten, loose, and get your perfect fit with the shoe. On the app, you will be able to change colors of the two buttons on the shoe and some other things, I'm sure. So that's pretty cool. Slated for a February 17th release. They did come out. Shout out to Jordan 23 app, Solinks app, for letting people know you could pre-order them. I was able to secure a pre-order. So I will do a review, but again, not going to happen until mid-February on these. A lot better styling of the shoe. The midsole's a lot better. Looks like a really nice sole on the shoe. So exciting, and you know, it is great technology that they've gotten at half the price than it was before. Like the tongues, would be really cool if they light up, but I don't think these light up. I think just the two buttons on the side do. But hey, wireless charging, how can you beat that? There you see a picture of the app where you can take the L for left and move it up. It tightens it, lower it, it loosens it. So should be pretty cool. Pretty cool. Their first Adapt basketball shoe. Yeah, so we'll finish out with some more pictures of it. Also show you the video from the SNKRS app. Here you see again some more pictures of it. So sit back, enjoy. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
That's pretty impressive.
Oh, these are nice.
Feel good. Nice.
Okay, there it goes.
Like comfortable, just like right away.
Oh! So I can connect this to my phone? What if I just do one?